Software. So, welcome back to this very important video. The past month, since I announced the MCG Plugin security system that's gonna come to the people, there were a lot of people complaining. First, I really excuse me for the mistake that I made. But like 6-7 versions ago, the first ever release of the MCG plugin security inside the plugins that I sent out, it made a file with everything on true instead of false, but also in the wrong folder as well, because it kept picking up the capital P instead of the lowercase p. So in this case, that's solved, as well as that the default file is always false, with exception from the startup message, because it always shows that one. You can turn it off as well if you find it annoying. And you only have to turn it off once for all MCG plugins, because it's a central system that uses a central file for all MCG plugins together. So keep that one in mind. Well, many people were scared that privacy is being broken here, and let me be clear about that. Nothing is gonna be sent that has anything to do with privacy or has your own control on it. So let me start first with the things that you can send by default without turning any additional information on, and that's just the error itself, as well as which plugin caused the error from MCG. It will not trigger on errors from other plugins. Keep that in mind. If another plugin throws a null pointer, let them throw a null pointer, but I'm not gonna fix that one. As simple as it is. So it only throws an error when my own MCG labeled plugin is crashing or has a problem that's such a major one that it causes an error in the console, like a null pointer, an index out of bounds, anything like it, anything close to it as well. So, today I'm going to show you what happens when a plugin is in there. But before I'm going to do that, I'm going to put up my table. This is an example table that I set up with all the information that my plugin can max send out if every little thing is turned on. In this file, which is by default to false to be noticeable. The most important thing, it doesn't send a log file, plugin list or server software if they are offline or disabled in the configuration file. So let's start over with the first. The first is an ID, which is every ticket it gets an ID. The second one is the file where the error occurred in, as well as the line it occurred in. That's more easy for me to find where the problem comes from. The error in this case is an array index out of bounds exception, so that I know that something is higher than it should be, or lower than it should be. The plugin that caused the error is BlueMap Essentials. Well, that's because I was testing it with a fake null pointer, by the way, or in this case an array index out of bounds. The log file in this case is exactly the log file as you get it from the startup. It basically sends it out. And as you can see here, it found the error. See, this is the error report. It will now do not throw any stack traces again. These are all kinds of testing that I did. It prepares the report and sends the report and creates a ticket on it. When it creates a ticket, it gets a ticket ID. And the ticket ID will be the one that will be in the database. And this is, by the way, my test commands. That's why it was sending out the error. So, in this case, it will snapshot the last log that you have if you have enabled it. Keep in mind, only if you have it enabled. If it's disabled, because it is by default disabled, it will not send the log file. The plugin list, same thing. It just sends a list of plugin names with versions, so that I can find out if there is a conflict with a certain version. For example, I currently support CMI, but sadly CMI updated in such a way that it required some extra work on my side to get it working again. I didn't know that until I got a report today on Discord, but this system allows me to see that, hey, he's using a newer version of the plugin, the error occurs with the plugin, I need to fix that plugin update. So that's important for me to find out which plugin is causing a conflict. Server software is very hard to miss out. Basically, if I do not have it, then I either have to find it in the log file, if the log file is sent. But this is only sending out a version, which is the build of Spigot, its own hash code, and the version of Minecraft. So that nothing more gets sent in this case. The status is one that I adjust. It's resolved or not resolved, or any other error. That user error can also be occurring if somebody makes a mistake themselves in a version. Then they will get back that it's a user error, meaning that they made a mistake themselves. For example, edited their config wrongly. And in this case, I gave the solution just to not command. But anyways, if there is a solution that you can do, it will be put here. Same, for example, get update ... if there is a problem in a certain version, as well as cannot be resolved or anything else will be here, or get a new version of the other plugin. Those solutions will be put into the solutions folder that you will get in your console, which will I show you later on today. The plugin version, which is the Bloom Essentials version that I'm just testing it on, and the stack trace completely. As you can see here, this is the normal stack trace you normally should have gotten in the console, which I just push away, that you do not have anything to do with, because most of the time these types of errors are so massive. What do you want with the Minecraft networking code or class paths? You do not want that. The most common thing that I need to look at is the last two lines. Like, where did it occur? Is it something automatically, or is it something by command? Now in this case, I can see that it's by a command that's being executed, and it's in my own command class from BMCA command on line 60. But I have those separated out here as well, so I can find them more easily. So, let me just remove this line, apply it, so that we are done with that. And let's head over to Minecraft. I'm in my test world here. Hey! And I have my console on my second screen here. I'm gonna put it in console mode. As you can see here, I have some errors in here, but that's because the worlds are not there. At startup, you will always see the startup of the plugin itself, as well as this line for every plugin. It's initialized, which means it will try to see if you have set on or off the error sending. If it's on, it will say that it will send errors. Otherwise, it will say it will not send errors. So you can have an extra method of validation if it's sending or not sending. If you do not want it, just keep it off and it will never send anything. And if you turn it on, you really greatly help me and do not have to report massive errors in the console anymore. Can be very handy if you ask me. So in this case, it will also show what is being sent of extra. The errors itself is something, if the error reporting is on, it will always send the error. The latest log, plugins list, and server version and name, they can be toggled off individually in the same file. And here I have it all three enabled, so you can see. And it will automatically thank you for doing it. As well as checking if you already have made a ticket before that wasn't resolved before you started the server. If you restart the server after a ticket is made and not resolved yet, then it will always try to find a solution again and report it if it finds something. We were going to show that in a few moments as well. So first off, let me head over to the game. This is Minecraft, as everybody knows. This is on 1.17, by the way. As you can see, everything is 1.17. The thing that I want you guys to... Is there seriously Deep Slate already in here? No. Anyways, I have made a test command. BME test null. This is going to throw out an error that mostly because I asked for an argument way over the 100. Which normally isn't possible, so nothing happens here, as you might notice. However, here, in this case, it throws out an error. As you can see here, it generated a report and sent it. You can see here that it's found the exception and such, and it's preparing to send the report, and it's sending the report. Because it sends the report, I can figure out whatever is going on. So let me head over to my other client. Since my computer is running low on memory at the moment, I don't know why. I'm gonna restart the server for a moment. Give me a moment.
A few moments later.
Welcome back. Excuse me for the delay. The problem was that my memory wasn't the issue, but my connection was. It was reporting the error, as I can see in the console before. Yet it didn't send it correctly because my internal IP was set incorrectly. I was searching for the problem when it wasn't there. Different test server. Annoying. So let me just do the error again. So the error is thrown, and as you can see, ticket is made here. And I can see my debug line still there. I'm gonna fix that later on. Yet, this is exactly what it reports back, just this line, this part of the line. Ticket 27, it should report back. I'm gonna fix this, by the way, after this recording. But if I go to my plugin security folder in my server, this one, let me see. Yeah, there it is. And I go to settings, then you can see, well, I need to fix this one. Give me a moment. So, there we go. The open tickets will be set to here. Like 27 is the ticket that's open because it's not being resolved. And I will fix this as well. The ticket will also be as a standalone file in the directory reports, where you can always find back which report was what, from what plugin, what was the problem. As well as that the solution will be put in here when the solution is made. So if I go into my database over here and I will query it out, let me see, there it is. This is just the error that has just been reported, same error as you saw before with ID 27. As you can see, and it's new. It's for me, it's reported as new. I can see the things that are reported, like which plugin was it, the list of plugins of my server, as well as log file, because it's all enabled. I can disable it if I want to, but anyways, I can see the entire log now. So I can see whatever is the problem. And search and investigate. But when I do it, I can tell it to be solved with a solution like, for example, this is a video example, and apply it. Then the solution is now available. Yet, in-game, or in the console, nothing happens yet. However, if I give it a restart command, this is, by the way, a test server of mine, which is testing the Blue Map Essentials, so that's why I made a mistake, because I had another test server for the security thingy things. Yet I want to do it on a clean environment, so. And let's start it up for a few moments and you will see what happens in the console. By the way, this is the exact speed of my StarCraft plugin for generating worlds and reloading worlds, and these errors are made from CMI. CMI is not up to date. There we go. Go a little bit up. And as you can see here, like I said before, it was checking the ticket. It found ticket 27, found the ticket, found the solution, because solution is available. It says that ticket 27 has a solution. With the solution, this is a video example. So it reports for each found solution for the existing problem. It will put it up here as well. So as soon as you start a server, it will put it up. Now you might wonder what happens when I create a new error, which is exactly the same as the old error. Well, if I do, then other users will get the same error report as here. The same error report is being made, however, a report already exists with this problem. It will automatically detect that the problem is already there. So as you can see here, status, resolved, solution. This is an example video. So as you can see here, it solves and salutes. There are some debug lines still in here, so I'm gonna fix those before it releases. But as you can see, you will get directly the solution, so it doesn't get saved anymore into the file. So if I go take a look at here, you only see ticket 27. Reason, that's the original ticket with the first report of the problem existing. So the problem is reported by some guy, he gets an ID for the ticket, and if somebody else has the same problem, they will get the same ID back. So 27 was the ID from the first error report, and then when the second error report came, no matter who it is, it will get 27 back as well. So it will log it into their systems as 27. So everybody will be waiting for the solution, unless there is a solution available. And as you can see here, the solution is there. Yeah, well, I made a typo. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna fix that one. Anyways, the solution is being put into here as well on the bottom of the file. As well as that this file now has no tickets open anymore because the solution is already done. So it shouldn't be checking any tickets anymore. So as you can see, this system is fully automatic. It doesn't require user intervention. It is completely clean of any storage of any personal information. It will never send any personal information with the minor exception of the log file if it really is containing any private information, because, well, there is nothing that I need to do with the log otherwise than looking at the problem. Did an error occur at startup? Did it report any errors before? Is there any other plugin causing errors that triggers my plugin to error out as well? Those things can all be solved with the log. The log is very important to find the solution. However, keep in mind, I will never look at any other details than the ones that I need. I simply do not have the time for it. And I'm the only one that can access this data. Once a ticket is solved, it will stay there until 2 versions ahead or something, and then it will be cleaned out, so the old tickets will be removed, because every ticket will get its own version. So as soon as you start the server up on version 2.3 of a certain plugin of MCG, and it reports an error then, and it's solved, and we go to 2.4, and the same error occurs again, it will create a new ticket that happens on the new version as well. This is very handy. It prevents from duplicate tickets for the same version, but will allow tickets to be duplicate for different versions. So, in the end, it's a safe system, it's a handy system and more easy to read, as well as that I completely cut out those message errors like here. This is a massive stack trace that I do not want to be showing for my plugins, and if it's there, report it to me manually so I can fix it as well, because I want to try to catch everything within the plugin security report. So it's way more easy to read. You can see here there's a problem, the found problem, and if something is not common, then it will be not documented yet. However, sooner or later, when things occur more easily, I will document different types of errors as well. Because if this, for example, is a no pointer, you get other instructions that you can always try yourself before the solution is made already. So yeah, that's that. So I hope you find this video informative. If you have any more questions about this system, ideas, or anything else, just let me know on the Discord server as well. Where we also have the new suggestion systems in place, where you can do a suggestion and it will automatically bot list it. So, thank you for watching. See you all in the next one. Good luck!